Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. Again, starting here on the daily chart, I am totally still clear and okay with the current labeling and the count that the NASDAQ remains within the initial ABC down. That would be of an intermediate degree, where we have intermediate A and B all complete. We're in intermediate wave C. Right now, I'm leaving this as minor wave 1, and then we're still within minor wave 2. On the daily chart, the possibility that this is wave A of minor 2, and this is wave B of minor 2, and that we are in a C wave up still exists on a daily chart. But before I go into the possibilities of where it could go, I need to just kind of go down to the hourly chart and let's take a look at the inside, because the hourly chart is a little bit more compelling that this minor wave 2 may be complete and that what lies ahead is that quick sudden turn. So I'm going to go down to the hourly chart. And again, remember, this is basically, it is a Fib, Elliott, moving averages, all of it, a technical picture for the NASDAQ 100 of how the price action has been going. Now, on the hourly chart, here is that ABC that can, on the daily chart, be labeled as minute A, and this low can be put in as minute B, and then it just takes off from there. And this is one big mess. Countable, but one big mess. So I'm going to go over that in a moment. But this view that now that I'm looking at on the hourly chart can continue to be seen on the daily chart, but here it is much clearer that this is ABC and likely minor wave 2. And if that's the case, then this is a 5 down for minute 1 of minor 3. And this would then have to be a second wave. Now, that's where it gets tricky. So it, at best to me, is again, could possibly be an A wave. It's again, could possibly be A, B, C, B, and a C wave for a 2. So again, strange center, B wave, but it's an A, B, C, B of this small 2. And now we're in that C wave. And we had 1 through 3 up to here. This was a 4, and this could be a 5. And we can connect some channel lines that would just kind of really give this a very small window up here to complete and drop. I found it a little interesting that into the close, the index makes a daily high at 11,974, and I was actually anticipating and looking for it to stay over 11,900, and to give further evidence that, yep, we're in likely this completing C wave or a larger C wave. The daily is more in favor of the C wave that could take us back above here and up to this level. This particular would be a difficult count to count a C wave from here. And again, it could, it's just hard because there's a few possibilities, but it's very sloppy. This put in a new price high, not closing. So there are often times when I'll get into situations like this, I'll come over here and I'll flip to this. Sometimes this makes it much clearer in terms of what is an acceptable count. So there is that high. So it did clearly break above it, well above it here, even though it dropped back down in 5. So if I can say if this was A, B, yeah, B, C of B, and now 5 waves up. And this could be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one more little rise to the stars, gets itself back above 11,954, completes, and that could then put a crimp in that daily count in terms of that this would be the completion point, and now we're in the next larger leg down, and that would be that minor 3. If this gets marked minor 2, we're in a minor 3. And this is minute 1 of minor 3, minute 2 of minor 3, and minute 3 of 3. And off we go. And down. Again, I remain in the position where even if I have to go up to the daily chart and we're going to do the same thing, and it just goes higher, it's still a wave 2. So to what degree? Is it going to be on this minute degree, wave 2, or is it going to be on the minor degree, wave 2? Market will tell us. But that's where we stand right now. On the smaller one, it could be reaching the pinnacle. It could reach at the top. It's going to turn. It's going to drop. And if that is the case, again, I was off to a good start this afternoon. Hitting on the bell, boom, right after. Just take it all the way back. And it dropped at 100 points. That's usually a little bit of a tell. To my mind, it rejected that level. Can go after it again, but I believe it likely would be rejected again. So under this particular view, and then we get a stronger turn and it just continues. Now that would have to bring it right back below the 4, the 8, the 20. You can see it right there, 4, 8, 20, the 50, the 200, and there is the 200 SMA, and here is the 200 EMA. SMA is still pretty flat, so still providing support, but break, and then it turns. And I believe that it'll likely turn, well, maybe as hard as it did here, which was nothing. But if it's going to keep going, it will then turn. So we can build a downside picture, and it wouldn't have to go so far to really give us a little bit stronger conviction that looks like it's happening, and that would be 11,692. So break below, let's say 11,685-ish, down to 680, without any real point that it's going to turn and come back and break back above. So in other words, not forming a tail, it just goes. Then yeah, you've got more of a serious break. Now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm kind of sometimes told that I go a little bit further out, so we're going to leave it as such. On the daily chart, it does allow for this to be an A and this to be a B, and we're doing a C wave. It'll be larger because it will be looking to take out that high at 12,262. These are the scenarios. Both carry upside. One of them might be done with its upside, getting ready to roll over. The other would still continue to need additional upside. Daily chart would need continual upside to give confirmation that, yep, we're going to go. But we're getting there. So don't be misled. 11,954 is important. A break above that, and then again at 12,000 would likely turn this over to, we're going to go up to the here, 12,560, up in that area, and then turn. Both carry the same message. Either it turns from here and it drops, or it turns from here and it drops. And the higher it goes, the quicker it's going to drop fast down into these levels and back below 11,068. Remember, the ultimate target to really confirm downside back underway is the break below 11,068. And Unfortunately, there's many that await for that. And when that happens, then, you'll see more of a plug being pulled, sort of. So that is off the daily chart and requires more upside. Same resolution. Same thing here. We can get up a little bit more, 4 to 5, go up, get up here, maybe even close to here, but it would carry the same connotation. Starts to break 12,000. We're getting a little bit too high. We actually can go all the way, and confirmation would be, unfortunately, a break above 12,262, because again, this is a wave 2. So this would be 1. Here we are in 2 versus the larger, which is A, B, C to complete the 2. All right, I'm leaving it there. Market's going to make it clear. We will find out. Just continue to trade what's in front of you. Use the moving averages. Use the fibs. Use it all. And have a great trading day tomorrow. Next update will be on Thursday the 7th.